morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Ryan Collins.
And I'm Gigi Pagel.
Roseville High School's theater show this year will be Clue, a comedic mystery based on the board game. We go to Landon Marroquin with the story.
Clue is going to be the fall play this year. The director, Jennifer Dithridge-Sagen, chose Clue because her students decided to do it.
It's made me choose this show. They were very excited about it last year. We brought it up. These rights just came out, so it's kind of a new deal. A lot of people are jumping on it.
Trinity Abbott, a junior, plays Mrs. Peacock. She joined the production because she thinks that she would have a great time. She also joined because of her history with theater.
I joined Clue, first of all, because I think Clue is going to be super fun. It's a really cool play. I read it and I instantly knew I wanted to be a part of it. I've also been doing drama like my entire life, pretty much since I want to say about the 3rd grade. I come from a really musical and drama family background, so it's my thing. It's also my family's thing.
Assistant director Leilani Laurel decided to help because of her involvement and directorial experience in the program.
Honestly, casting Clue was actually probably one of the easiest parts of the show so far, because not only was just Sagen and I have very, very similar views of the play in general, and we have similar mindsets and similar goals in general, so we haven't clashed.
Thanks, Landon. Opening night for Clue will be October 20th.
This year's homecoming theme is decades, with a specific decade for each class. Freshmen will be the 20s, sophomores will be the 80s, juniors will be 50s, and seniors will be the 70s.
Good morning. Welcome to this Friday edition of EOT. I'm Joseph Bianchini. We start today's broadcast with some big cross-country news. Last Saturday, Alex Vigil broke the RHS record for the 3rd time of 11 minutes and 29 seconds. Vigil has been a dominant runner here for a few years, but has consistently improved, and if he keeps this up, he may go down as one of the best runners in Roseville history.
His record is so impressive. The previous record by Arturo Sotomayor was insane. This one, I think he beat it by over 5 seconds. It was pretty crazy.
Switching gears to football, last night they went up to Antelope and it was another shootout. It seems like every Roseville game comes down to the wire with a ton of offensive firepower on both sides. Unfortunately, this time Roseville was on the losing side, taking a tough 48-41 loss to the Titans. Vernon Gray went off scoring a total of 6 touchdowns, with 5 of them coming on the ground. Roseville looks to get back in the win column at Yuba City a week from today. In other sports scores, girls volleyball took down River Valley last night. Girls volleyball is having a sneaky good season, currently being 3-1 in league play. Only Wood Creek is ahead of them in the standings. And they get a revenge game against Wood Creek on Tuesday, October 4th. Now let's hop into the RHS game action planned for the next few days. Today, boys water polo go to Sierra College for day 1 of the Sierra Shootout. Tomorrow, water polo finishes up that Sierra Shootout, and cross country make the trip to Angels Camp for the Bret Hart Frogtown Invitational. And fast forward to Monday, girls golf have the CVC tournament, and girls tennis take on Mid Creek. And that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Joseph. Last Tuesday was a pretty big day for gamers, having big events such as PlayStation State of Play and Nintendo Direct. Big games were announced for the Nintendo Switch throughout the day, making fans jittery for next year. One of these big games includes Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. The game looks similar to its predecessor, being an open-world adventure, and is announced to be released May 13, 2023. Pikmin 4 was also announced to be released on the Switch, and this time around you play from the Pikmin's perspective near the ground, rather than the isometric viewpoint of previous games. Release is set sometime in 2023. During PlayStation State of Play, God of War fans received a huge trailer revealing more about the upcoming game, God of War Ragnarok.
Sure about that?
Pretender God! For the old father!
Death can have me when it earns me.
The trailer reveals gameplay, plot details, and our first look at the God of Thunder, Thor Odinson. Personally, I can't wait to play this game, as it's rumored to be a Game of the Year competitor, facing off against 9 out of 10 AAA game Elden Ring. The game is still scheduled to release on November 9th as an exclusive to the PS5. Brand new PS5 exclusive, Rise of Ronin, was announced during the event. It is an open-world adventure samurai game taking place during the modernization period of Japan. The game is set to be released sometime in 2024. And now, we go back to news.
Thanks, Noah. Science teacher CJ Addington has been teaching at RHS for over 20 years now. But before coming to Roseville, Addington traveled all over the world. We go to Chase Jackson with more.
After Paris, we lived in Yemen for 2 years, which was really interesting. So, all right.
RHS physics teacher CJ Addington has traveled to many places throughout his childhood.
And so as a kid, we actually packed up everything we owned and moved to a new country every 2 years. So that meant that I had to change schools, change cities, and move around a lot. So as a kid, I went to school in places like Sweden and France and Germany and Yemen and all kinds of weird places.
Moving around as a child has taught Addington many skills he wouldn't have learned otherwise.
Really taught me and my sister to be very self-reliant. If you have to move a lot, you just sort of learn how to adapt and how to live in a new country and how to, get around in a foreign city. So I think it gave me really good training in just being able to go into a new place and figure things out and not wait for other people to help me. So that was really good for me. And then plus it gave me really good exposure to a lot of different cultures, different languages and cultures and religions. And so I really appreciate it.
These experiences helped Addington to respect and admire many cultures and countries around the world.
So I think partly what it's done is that it's sort of changed my outlook on the world a little bit. So rather than being just an American and then looking out into other countries, I kind of feel like I'm more a citizen of the world because I feel very comfortable going to other countries and traveling around. And so I think it's given me sort of a bigger view of the planet and a better outlook on the different cultures and things on the planet. And so I really value that.
Thanks, Chase. Addington hopes to continue his travels around the world and tell his stories to his students throughout the rest of his time at RHS.
That's it for us today at Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.